Hi, Milers. This is Beverly. My name is Beverly of Miles and Coffee. And as you can see, I'm at my favorite cafe, Lola's, today. But I have a treat for you. Today, I am in collaboration with another YouTuber. His name is Brighton of Almost Retired in Mexico. So grab your favorite coffee or your tea and join me for a coffee talk at Lola's with Brighton. Play.
So good to be here, Bev. Really loving this breakfast. Thank you for introducing me to Lola's. This is a wonderful breakfast place. And it's so good to meet all of your viewers too. We're both here in La Paz, both making YouTube videos. So yeah, so great to be here.
Okay, thank you, Brighton, and thank you for joining me today. Brighton, what brought you and your lovely wife to La Paz?
So we live in Portland, Oregon for half the year, and now in La Paz for the other half. And we really didn't like Portland winters. They're awful. So we had been going down to San Diego for 2 months at a time and renting a house in San Diego and Ocean Beach, just 3 blocks from the beach. It was wonderful. We loved it, but it was really, really expensive. So we realized that if we moved to Mexico, that we could actually, for the cost of just 2 months rent in San Diego, we could own a house in Mexico on the beach. So for my wife's birthday, we did just a 3-day trip down to La Paz. Neither of us had even heard of La Paz before. And we bought a house. So, and buying the house was a little bit of a thing. It took 9 months to go through the process of buying a house. Buying a house in Mexico is not a fast thing, but we're just loving it here, being here during the winters.
Okay, so for the price of 2 months rent in Portland, you are able to maintain your house.
Yes.
Can you tell me what part of La Paz are you living in?
So actually it was 2 months rent in San Diego,
Okay.
Which is more expensive than Portland, but still West Coast US prices. But yeah, so help me remember what, I just got stuck on the price. What are we talking about, Beth?
Where do you live in La Paz?
Oh, where do I live? Yes. So you're downtown in the middle of everything, and I would love to live down here, but my wife wanted to be on the beach and she wanted some land. So we have a half-acre property on the beach in a place called Centenario, which is a little dusty town about 20 minutes from downtown La Paz. So very close. It's just the other side of the airport, if you know the La Paz area. And it's great. It has views across the bay. At night, we see all the beautiful lights of La Paz.
What attracted you to Santinario?
So it was the fact that, I think I've counted the number of properties on the beach that are not condos in La Paz is just 5. For the most part, the Malecón goes down most of the beach, which is wonderful. I love the fact that it's public. But to get a beachfront property that's a half an acre in La Paz would have been pretty expensive. So being able to do that out in Centenario, it's great. And there are still businesses and whatnot. Still has a little bit of a town to it. It's not like living out in the middle of the country, which
Excellent.
my wife would have probably preferred.
Excellent. Well, I will leave a link to your house video for my viewers, because I took the tour of your house and it was fabulous. I couldn't believe it. It was just, it's house and more house and more house, and you're fixing it up. So I can't wait to see the finished project. Now, how long have you lived in your house? I know you do this part-time, so how long have you been in your house?
So we moved to Mexico, or we actually came to Mexico right before the pandemic. That's when we started the purchase of our house. And then last winter, we were here for all winter during the pandemic. And we're coming back for this winter. Right now, I'm here without my wife. So I've come down a number of times this summer. One thing I've learned is that if you're not here, if you've got contractors working on your house, the project slows to a halt. So you really kind of need to be here if you've got someone contracting to fix up a house. A little bit different maybe if you've got someone building a house for you, because they want to get to the end to get paid. But still, house construction here takes about a year, and Yeah, we're working on a December 1st deadline. I'm really hoping that the carpenters and the masons and all the folks are over at my house right now. Maybe I should check my cameras and see if they've made it today.
Yeah, that deadline is coming up pretty quick. So yeah, that is a very, very good choice to be here, right here presently. Now, Brighton, as you're living here in your house, what are your impressions? Tell people that might be on the fence about moving here what the pros are in your opinion and maybe some cons.
So, yeah, interesting. I mean, I'm trying to think of the cons, and I'm having trouble. But
Yeah.
the pros are just, really just do it. We came down for a weekend and bought a house, which was a little bit crazy. Most people recommend, and I would probably recommend to people, to come down here and rent a house in an area, take a tour around, see what it is that you like. Do you want to be in the middle of everything? Do you want to be away from everything?
Yeah.
Do you want to be on the water? Do you want to be in the hills? So, and really, is La Paz the right place for you? Because La Paz is a very, there's a lot of expats here, but it's much more Mexicans.
Yes,
So it is
right.
not like Puerto Vallarta or Cabo San
Cabo
Lucas.
San Lucas.
Like, those are overwhelmed, and everyone speaks English, and it's just, American culture is overwhelming things. Here it is still very much a Mexican culture. Most of the tourists here are coming in from Guadalajara or Mexico City.
Right.
So there are Americans and Canadians here, but it's not an overwhelming thing. So I think if you're thinking about it, get a plane ticket and check it out. At least do yourself a favor. Hire a real estate agent and they'll take you around. That was actually what we did. My wife just wanted a tour of town, so she got a real estate agent to give us a tour. And without an intention of buying a house, we bought a house during the tour.
And your house seems like it's very perfect for you. There was even some furniture left in it.
Oh yes, actually that is a great point, is that when you're buying a house here from another expat, they're often leaving everything behind. I've heard of expats that even get the car when they purchase their house because, these are people we purchased from an older Canadian couple, and they didn't have anything to do with their furniture. We could have gotten their clothes too if we wanted it. They didn't want to come back down and clean out their house, so the house came with all the furniture and all the outdoor furniture. It was pretty much everything, all the tools, all the cutlery, everything. The house was ready to go, which was so nice to just move right in.
Literally turnkey.
Yes,
Turnkey.
exactly. Yep.
Wow. Okay, Brighton, this is so great. It's such a treat to talk with you face to face. But what I want to know, your experience is a little different for me because I live closer to Central. What is the difference between living in Central and living in Santinario?
Yeah, great question. It is different. But we have to own a car. And we bought one down here after being here for about 4 months and driving everywhere in an RV. And it just got challenging. But there's very small grocery stores in El Centenario. There's a couple of bars and restaurants, but there's no really good sit-down coffee shops, which I really enjoy.
Oh, wait a minute. No coffee shop? I couldn't live there.
Yes, it is. I 2 miles away is the Cafe Exquisito. I usually drive there every other day just to chill out and hang out there. But yeah, so it's a little different than living amongst everything. I would be out and about all the time if I was living in Central. There's just so much to do and so much to see. But we get to walk down the beach, whereas people down here walk down the Malecón.
That's right. Okay, this is my last question, Brighton. How would you describe the people of La Paz?
Oh, the people of La Paz, everyone is very genuine and very helpful, nice. I think this might be just across Mexico in general. It's a culture that is so much, I don't want to say polite because that just sounds too snooty, but people just want to help each other. We were shooting the video that people can watch over on my channel, and the chef came out from behind in the kitchen and came and asked us about what we were doing and what's our Instagram and stuff like that. So people are just curious, and it's often interesting because there's not a lot of the people in La Paz don't speak English. So it is like there's a little bit of a, I don't want to say a language barrier, but it helps because they're trying to speak English and you're trying to speak Spanish, and you kind of make this bond over the disconnect that you have.
I agree. I couldn't have said it better. So, the only thing I could do is say, let's just do a little coffee clink. Clink, thank you so much for joining me today. And my goodness, good luck with your home. And when your wife comes down, I would love to meet her at Lola's as well.
Yes.
So that sounds like a future date.
Yes, let's do it. And for your viewers, if they want to check out my channel, they can check it out up here.
There you go.
Or they can check out another video of you eating ice cream.
There you go.
Down here.
Down there. Thank you so much. Excellent. That was perfect. Thank you for joining me today at Lola's Cafe Brighton.
Thank you.
Have a great day. Thank you, viewers.
Bye.
Bye.